Evening, friends. Again, I am your host, Chi-Town Zone. And man, what an amazing night it was last night in Monroe, Louisiana, where many of us watched President Trump's speech there late last night there in Louisiana, where he spoke to a rather large crowd there. And of course, he addressed many things again. He spoke on the radical leftist Democrat Party and how, they want nothing more than to eradicate our country's constitution. They want to limit free speech. They want to ban your Second Amendment. They want to radicalize your children. They want to punish religious leaders, many things. They want to take down the border walls and just let hundreds of thousands of illegals just flood into the country, the gangs, the drugs. Of course, he spoke on a ton of things last night. And of course, he even addressed the whistleblower and this whole sham, because that's exactly what it is, friends. It's nothing more than a sham. It's a complete hack to try to get President Trump impeached, just like, when it came to the whole Russia thing and how that blew up in the desperate Democrat Party's faces when the Mueller report was released, friends. I'm sure many of you remember then. Many are already predicting of whether or not this whole impeachment inquiry sham will blow up again in the desperate Democrat Party's face as they try to get our President Trump impeached out of office, friends, because like he said last night, they want nothing more than to overthrow our democracy, friends, in an attempt to, bring a socialist agenda into our country, friends. But President Trump has already said before and has said again, friends, like many others say today, we will never, ever be a socialist country like the Democrat Party wants. In my honest opinion, if they keep it up with this, you may never see another Democrat in the White House for a very long time. And that's my honest opinion. But with the way everything's going, President Trump addressed many, many things. Of course, he went after the fake news media as always, because this is exactly what this is. The fake news media pushing a narrative, friends, to get President Trump impeached. Dumb down the minds of people to think that President Trump is a racist and anybody else that supports him is racist and bigoted and a xenophobe, a homophobe, an Islamophobe, every phobe and ism in the book, as I've stated before again, friends. But that is exactly what this is. This is a coup, friends. As President Trump, addressed the people, of course, he had spoke on, he was getting ready to onboard Air Force One. He was given a note of some kind of breaking news about the whistleblower's lawyer, and the whole plan of then back in 2017 of attempting to impeach Trump, friends. And as many others have said before, this is just nothing but a sham. Senator Collins called it out as nothing more than a sham. Jim Jordan has called it out as nothing more than a sham, and just one lie after another, friends, to get President Trump impeached. They want power, as I've stated before, friends, and that's all this clearly is. But, we were going to play a quick little soundbite here of what President Trump had to say about this note he was handed, about the whistleblower's lawyer. So if you give me just one quick second here, friends, we're going to get this playing for you. Here we go.
So is there any place you would rather be than at a Trump rally on a beautiful, wonderful evening in Louisiana? I don't even know. Would you rather be at LSU versus Alabama or a Trump rally? Let's take the Trump rally.
I'd rather be at a Trump rally.
But Democrats must be accountable for their hoaxes and for their crimes.
Exactly.
Now, corrupt politicians, Nancy Pelosi, and shifty Adam Schiff.
Exactly. They have to be held accountable, friends, but they do not want to. Remember what Nancy Pelosi just recently said about Schiff, when Schiff made up these lies of things that were not in the transcript. Nancy Pelosi believes that Adam Schiff didn't do anything wrong. These are Nancy Pelosi's exact words, friends. You don't believe me? Look into this yourself. Many of you probably remember this. That this is nothing more than a lie, friends. But here we go with the soundbite.
And the crooked media have launched the deranged, delusional, destructive, and hyper-partisan impeachment witch hunt. Now we go again.
Exactly.
Except a lot of things have happened Because, you know, I don't know if you saw, I just got off, I'm coming off the plane, and they hand me, look at this character. Okay, they just hand me this story. Coup has started, whistleblower's attorney said in 2017. You know when that was?
Yep.
That was a long time ago.
Yep.
It's all a
Certainly
hoax.
was. Mm-hmm.
They say January 2017, a coup has started, and the impeachment will follow. Ultimately, it's all a hoax. It's a scam, and you know who helps them? These people right back here.
The fake news media. Exactly, President Trump.
And then it said, oops, the light's going to go off. The CNN light is going to go off. It said, from the lawyer, a sleazeball.
The whistleblower's
said,
lawyer.
I predict at CNN will play a key role in at-wheel Donald Trump not finishing out his first term. Can you believe this? This is all, and this was done a long time ago. Then he goes, as one falls, two more will take their place, referring to outgoing Trump administration employees who, by the way, have been put through hell by the sleaze back there and by crooked politicians.
Exactly. That's exactly what this is, as President Trump said. This is a hoax, friends. It's a scam. But again, we really need to pray for our president because they are desperately doing all that they can to go after him. But I'm sure will the Republican members of the Republican Senate get to ask these kinds of particular questions about this whole coup? I highly doubt it, because the desperate Democrat Party, the radical leftist Democrat Party, as many of us like to refer to them, is limiting what members of the Republican Senate can ask those who are set to testify next week at the open house hearings. I think it's going to be Wednesday, November 13th, so it's definitely on, friends. But of course, I may not be able to get you any video. I'm going to be at work listening in, unfortunately, but that's about the best I can do. But I know many eyes are going to be watching their televisions, as this hearing takes place, this open hearing takes place over at Congress, during the testimony, again, to attempt to get President Trump impeached. But we'll just have to wait and see. But my honest opinion, as I've said, do I have a huge feeling this whole thing is going to implode or backfire on the desperate Democrat Party again? Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. But the likelies of that happening are pretty high right now, because given this whole thing, it's just a sham, friends. But again, with that being said, you all, let's continue to keep our president, his administration, and our country in your prayers. As always, again, if we happen to have any more breaking news or further updates, I will do my very best to bring that to you, friends. And with that being said, God bless. Do subscribe. Talk to you all soon.